Hello everyone, hope you all are doing well. So today we are going to discuss the next question of our agriculture optional answer writing practice series, and from today onwards we will discuss the questions of paper 2. And the question for today is, what is Golgi body? Why is Golgi body called Golgi body or dictyosome? So why is Golgi body is named so Golgi body or dictyosome? We have to mention that, and in the second part of the question we have to briefly describe its morphology and functions. So let's see how we can approach the answer. So first of all, why do we call Golgi body as Golgi body? So the reason behind its discovery. So Golgi body was discovered by an Italian scientist named as Camillo Golgi. Camillo Golgi, and through his name only, through the Golgi of Camillo Golgi, came to be known as Golgi body. So this is why it is named, and he discovered it using the silver staining method. Silver staining method in 1898. So this is why we call Golgi body as Golgi body. You can explain a bit, little bit this only, but the basic core answer is that it is known as Golgi body because it was discovered by a Italian scientist known as Camillo Golgi, and the Golgi of Camillo Golgi came to be known as Golgi body. Now, why this dictyosome? So actually, in if you see animal cells, so this Golgi body is generally known as Golgi apparatus. They also refer to it as Golgi body, but it is also referred as Golgi apparatus. This is an animal cell. But when you move to plant cell, it is referred as dictyosomes. Dictyosomes. So in animal cells, it is known as Golgi body, and generally in plant cells, we refer it as dictyosome. So these are the two things which you should know, which through which we can answer the first part of the question. Now the second part of the question is this briefly describe its morphology and functions. So first of all, we will discuss the morphology of Golgi body. So I have attached a well diagrammed structure of Golgi body. You can draw this first in your answers. And when you see the structure of Golgi body, so you will find a series of flattened membrane bound sacs. So if you see these sacs, so these are series of flattened membrane bound sacs, and these are known as cristae. Okay, these are known as cristae or cristae, and these are stacked like a pile of plates. So this was actually flat, but it has been stacked like pile of plates. I hope you are able to understand this. Now, if you see, it has two distinct phases. One is the cis phase and one is the trans phase. Okay, cis phase and trans phase. So what happens in cis phase? It receives vesicles from endoplasmic reticulum. Here, suppose this is endoplasmic reticulum. So it receives vesicles, receives the vesicles from cis phase. Okay, from endoplasmic reticulum, and this is also known as forming phase. When we will discuss the functions, we will discuss why forming phase, because there are certain materials which are formed start forming near the cis phase, and after being completely formed, they are kind of released from the trans phase. So here vesicles are release of vesicles, and during the whole process, during the forming phases, the materials start to forming, and here the materials mature. So it is also known as maturing phases, because after the material has gotten mature, it is released from the trans phase. It is also known as mature phase. Now there are some vesicles. These are the vesicles. If you see, this is the lumen. The insider part of the Golgi body is known as the lumen. So these vesicles and tubules, okay, they surround the cristae as small vesicles and tubular structures involved in transport. So these vesicles, as written only here, are involved in transport. They transport the material, okay, from the Golgi body. So these are the things you should know about the morphology of Golgi apparatus. So I hope you understand, and this you can simply explain there. Now in the functions, we will see what functions Golgi body play. So we have discussed about that forming phase and release phase. So what materials are formed and released? So there is protein modification and sorting. Protein modification and sorting. So what happens? So, it modifies the protein received from rough endoplasmic reticulum. So what happens? Suppose this from rough endoplasmic reticulum, some protein comes. Okay, they starts to mature. It modifies. It gets sorted, and then from a maturing phase, those modified and sorted proteins are released. So this is what Golgi body's primary function is. Okay. Secondly, it also has function in secretion. Okay. It plays a key role in secretion of enzymes, hormones, and other substances via vesicles. You can mention about enzymes, hormones, etc. It has also functions in lipid transport and modification. Lipid transport and modification. It involves processing and transport of lipids in the cell. It has also functions in formation of lysosomes. Formation of lysosomes. So it generally forms the primary lysosomes by packaging hydrolytic enzymes. So primary lysosomes, sorry, by packaging hydrolytic enzymes. So it also has function in development of cell wall material in plants. Again, writing in the next page. Cell wall, not water, sorry. Cell wall material in plants. So what happens in plant cells? It synthesizes and secretes polysaccharides, which are then used in cell wall formation. So it Golgi body synthesizes and secretes polysaccharides, and these polysaccharides are used in cell wall formation. So kind of this was the major functions which you can mention, and in kind of conclusion you can mention how Golgi body or dictyosome is the central packaging and distribution center of cell, and without it the primary functions of cell is impossible to be done. So this is how you can approach the answer. So I hope you understand all the parts of answer and you liked, and you will be able to write a good answer on this topic now. So if you liked it, please press the like button, please do share, and please do subscribe. It takes a lot of hard work to make such videos for you on a regular basis. And if you like, if you share, if you subscribe, it motivates us to make more such videos for you regularly. So that is all for today. Have a nice day. Thank you.